Welcome to Secret of Success. Today, you will discover a powerful technique that can completely transform your financial reality and open the doors to a life of abundance. You may have heard that it takes 21 days to create a new habit. But what if I told you that in just 21 days, you can change your energy and start attracting wealth naturally? This isn't about magic or luck. It's about reprogramming your mind and your vibration to align with prosperity. Millionaires and great achievers around the world know that the key to success is not only in what they do, but in the energy they radiate. The way you think, feel, and act determines what you attract into your life. And with this 21-day technique, you will learn to change your frequency and reprogram your mind so that money, opportunities, and abundance flow to you more easily. So, if you are ready to take this step and change your reality, stay with me until the end of this video, because today you will discover a simple yet extremely powerful method to attract wealth naturally. Bob Proctor once said, "What you consistently hold in your mind is what manifests in your life." If you desire wealth, you need to feel, think, and act like someone who is already prosperous. What do we learn from this quote? That abundance doesn't begin on the outside, but within you. Your mind is like a magnet, attracting exactly what you believe is possible. If you see yourself as someone who struggles to make money, who never has enough, or who has to work too hard to prosper, that will be the reality you continue to create. But if you start to think and act like someone who is already rich, who already has access to opportunities and who deserves prosperity, your energy changes, and with it, your reality transforms. The 21-day technique we are exploring today follows exactly that principle. It teaches your mind to align with wealth, and when your mindset changes, your life follows suit. If you could completely change your vibration in just 21 days, would you do it? Would you commit to transforming your thoughts, feelings, and actions to attract wealth naturally? The truth is that abundance is already available to you, but perhaps you haven't yet learned how to tune your energy to the right frequency. Money, like everything else in the universe, is energy. Prosperous people don't just work hard, they think, feel, and vibrate differently. They see themselves as magnets for opportunities, spot solutions where others see problems, and above all, they believe they deserve to prosper. The secret is not just doing more, but being more. The 21-day technique was developed to reprogram your mind and align your energy with abundance. Science proves that a new habit can be established in this period, and when you commit to changing your mindset during these days, you start to see surprising results. Great entrepreneurs, investors, and visionaries around the world use similar practices every day to ensure that their mindset is always tuned to success. Now imagine for a moment that you already have all the wealth you desire. Close your eyes and visualize yourself living exactly the way you've always dreamed. You are in a prosperous, safe, comfortable environment. You wake up in the morning knowing you have enough money to live well, travel, help your loved ones, and invest in new opportunities. You feel that inner peace because you know that abundance flows to you continuously. That feeling of fullness, that confidence, is what attracts even more wealth into your life. But the problem is that most people do the opposite. They wake up already worried about bills, debts, and fears about the future. They repeat phrases like, "I never have enough money, life is too hard, I will never be able to get out of this situation." And as we know, words create reality. If you tell yourself that money is hard to come by, the universe responds by confirming that belief. But if you choose to change that pattern and begin affirming "wealth comes to me easily," your brain adapts and starts to see ways for that to become real. The 21-day technique is simple, yet extremely powerful. It is based on the conscious repetition of thoughts and actions aligned with prosperity. During this period, you will train your mind to vibrate at the frequency of wealth, leaving behind limiting beliefs and installing new patterns of success. If you could change your vibration completely in just 21 days, would you do it? Would you commit to transforming your thoughts, feelings, and actions to naturally attract wealth? The truth is, abundance is already available to you. Perhaps you just haven't learned how to tune your energy to the right frequency. Money, like everything else in the universe, is energy. Prosperous people don't just work hard, they think, feel, and vibrate differently. They see themselves as magnets for opportunities, spot solutions where others see problems, and above all, they believe they deserve prosperity. The secret is not just doing more, but being more. The 21-day technique was developed to reprogram your mind and align your energy with abundance. Science confirms that a new habit can be established in this period. And when you commit to changing your mindset during these days, you begin to see astonishing results. Great entrepreneurs, investors, and visionaries around the world employ similar practices every day to ensure that their mindset is constantly adjusted for success. Imagine for a moment that you already possess all the wealth you desire. Close your eyes and visualize yourself living exactly as you have always dreamed. You are in a prosperous, safe, and comfortable environment. You wake up each morning knowing that you have enough money to live well, travel, help those you love, and invest in new opportunities. You feel that inner peace because you know that abundance continuously flows to you. This sense of fulfillment, this confidence, is what attracts even more wealth into your life. Yet most people do the opposite. They wake up already preoccupied with bills, debts, and fears about the future. They repeat phrases like, "I never have enough money," "Life is too hard," "I'll never get out of this situation." And as we know, words create reality. If you tell yourself that money is hard to come by, the universe responds by confirming that belief. But if you choose to change that pattern and begin affirming, "Wealth comes to me easily," your brain adapts and begins to see ways for that to become real. This technique is simple but extremely powerful. It is based on the conscious repetition of thoughts and actions that align with prosperity. Over these 21 days, you will train your mind to vibrate at the frequency of wealth, leaving behind limiting beliefs and installing new patterns of success. For this transformation to happen, you need to follow 3 essential principles. First, choose your words wisely. Every morning when you wake up, instead of complaining or worrying, repeat phrases such as, "I am a magnet for money," "Prosperity flows to me in unexpected ways," and "I deserve to be prosperous and live in abundance." By repeating these phrases daily, you are reprogramming your mind to accept wealth as something natural. Over time, these thoughts become automatic and begin to influence your actions and financial decisions. Second, feel this change in your body. It is not enough to just say these phrases mechanically. You need to feel every word. When you repeat a positive affirmation, feel as if you are already living that reality. Imagine yourself signing million-dollar contracts, receiving unexpected deposits, and achieving financial freedom. This emotion amplifies your power of attraction. Third, act like someone who is already prosperous. How would you make decisions if you were already rich? How would you react to challenges? Wealthy people do not make decisions based on fear. They trust, study, invest, and remain calm because they know that wealth is a continuous flow. Start behaving like someone who already attracts money, who trusts in their own ability to prosper, who is open to new possibilities. When your mindset changes, your actions change, and the universe responds with more abundance. What happens after these 21 days? You will notice that your mindset is completely transformed. Money will begin to flow to you in unexpected ways. New ideas, new businesses, and new connections will appear. You will notice that your energy has changed, that your outlook on life is more optimistic, and that your results have begun to improve. This is the true power of mental reprogramming. Throughout history, people who transformed their financial lives began with a change in how they saw the world. Oprah Winfrey, for example, was not born into wealth, but she always told herself that she was destined for greatness. Warren Buffett, one of the greatest investors in history, started studying money as a child because he believed he could learn to create fortune. They trained their minds for abundance, and abundance found them. If you still have doubts, try this technique for yourself. For the next 21 days, commit to changing your vocabulary, your emotions, and your attitudes toward money. Replace fear with confidence, scarcity with abundance, and doubt with certainty. Now I ask you, are you willing to commit to this change? Are you ready to transform your financial life once and for all? If so, then start now. Affirm to yourself that wealth is already coming to you. Feel that energy inside you and act with the certainty that success is inevitable. Most people spend their lives trying to change their financial reality without realizing that the true problem is not the money itself, but the relationship they have with it. From a young age, we are taught to see money as something difficult to obtain, as a constant challenge. But what if I told you that wealth is not as far away as you imagine? That it can flow naturally to you if your energy is aligned to receive it? This 21-day technique is not just about repeating positive phrases. It is a process of deep internal transformation that changes the way you see life and how money responds to you. And to prove this, let's look at people who started from nothing and built fortunes simply by changing their mindset. If you study the world's richest people, you will notice a pattern. They speak about money positively, while most people talk about scarcity and hardship. People like Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey, and Jeff Bezos have never seen money as an enemy, but as a powerful tool. Oprah Winfrey, for example, grew up in a completely unfavorable environment. She could have given in and repeated the story of hardship that so many people experience. But what made her different? The way she saw herself and what she repeated daily in her mind. From a young age, Oprah affirmed that her life would be grand. She did not accept limitations, and her mindset led her to create a billion-dollar empire. On the other hand, many people remain trapped in the same cycle because they say things like, "I can't spend because money never seems to be enough. Life is hard. Only those born rich get richer." Or, "I'm just never lucky." Every time you say something like that, you are programming your mind to confirm that reality. Your energy adjusts to that belief and causes the universe to respond with more situations that confirm that idea. But there is another way, a path where your mind begins to see possibilities instead of limitations. Neuroscience studies have proven that our brain is highly plastic, meaning we can reprogram it to think differently. Scientists have discovered that a thought repeated for a long enough period becomes a truth in the subconscious, and that is why the 21-day technique works. If for 21 days you change your words, emotions, and actions, your brain will start to believe in this new reality. And once your mind believes it, your entire energy changes, and wealth begins to be attracted to you. Therefore, during these 21 days, you cannot simply repeat prosperity phrases. You need to live as if this prosperity were already real. How can you do that? Here's the secret. Create a power ritual. Choose a time of day to connect with the new version of yourself. It can be in the morning, before sleep, or both. During that time, write in a notebook or say out loud phrases like, "My life is becoming more and more prosperous. Money comes to me in unexpected ways, and I am grateful for all the wealth that already exists in my life." Also, eliminate words of scarcity. Whenever you notice you're about to say something negative about money, pause and reframe your statement. Instead of saying, "I can't buy that," say, "How can I generate more money to get that?" This simple change activates new areas of the brain that start to seek solutions, not limitations. It is not about spending beyond your means, but about behaving with confidence. Rich people do not despair when faced with a financial challenge. They think strategically. During these 21 days, adopt this mindset. Make decisions like someone who already has financial success. When you follow these steps, something impressive happens. Your reality begins to change. You start noticing new opportunities that were once invisible to you. Money starts appearing in unexpected ways. A new job, a raise, a gift, a debt paid off sooner than expected. This happens because your energy has changed, and the universe always responds to your vibration. Many people believe that they will only be able to change their lives when something big happens. But the truth is that great changes begin with small daily decisions. Over the next 21 days, your only task is to remain committed to this transformation. Napoleon Hill, author of Think and Grow Rich, studied the most successful men in history for decades and discovered that all of them had an unshakable belief in their own success. They did not merely desire wealth, they lived as if success was already guaranteed for them. And now, that same mindset can be yours. If you have come this far, it is because something within you knows that change is possible. But the question is, are you willing to commit to this transformation? If so, then your first step is to write in the comments, "I am ready to receive all the wealth that the universe has in store for me." This simple act is a way to affirm to the world that your energy is changing. Remember, wealth already exists for you. What is missing is your alignment with this truth, and now you have the path to achieve that. By now you understand that wealth is not only in the money you receive, but in the energy you emit every day. But now comes a crucial question. What really changes when you practice this technique for 21 days? If you follow this process correctly, you will notice that it is not just money that begins to flow to you, but also opportunities, the right connections, mental clarity, and even your self-esteem. This happens because when you change your vibration, you become someone who attracts what they desire, not someone who simply waits for things to happen. Now, consider the most common signs that your energy is changing and that prosperity is beginning to manifest in your life. If you practice this technique for at least 21 days, you will start to notice that some things happen differently. You may feel more confident when talking about money. Insecurity and fear will begin to fade. You will no longer see money as a problem, but as a tool that you can learn to use. You will stop saying, "I never have enough money," and start affirming, "I am learning to manage and attract more money into my life." You will begin to notice opportunities that you hadn't seen before. Your mind will start working differently, and you will see that there is money everywhere. You just need to know how to direct it to you. Suddenly, you may notice a chance to start a new project, offer a service, or improve your income in some way. Most importantly, you will feel the courage to act. Money will start to appear in unexpected ways. Many people who practice this technique report that after a few weeks, extra money begins to show up. A gift, a debt forgiven, a work bonus, or an unexpected client. This isn't a coincidence. It is the universe responding to your new vibration. You will feel lighter and less anxious about the future. Where worries about bills, expenses, and uncertainties once stole your peace, you will now feel a deep sense of confidence. You know you are on the right path and that wealth is inevitable as long as you continue on this journey. People and situations aligned with prosperity will begin to appear. You will notice that, out of nowhere, you start connecting with people who have a growth mindset. You might receive valuable advice, be introduced to amazing opportunities, or simply realize that you are surrounded by more positive and motivating influences. If this technique is so powerful, why do some people never manage to change their financial reality? The answer is simple: resistance to the new. Many people are so accustomed to living in a state of scarcity that they unconsciously reject any possibility of prosperity. They might even try to change, but deep down, they do not believe they deserve wealth. If you have ever tried to make changes in your financial life and felt that something was holding you back, it might be because you still carry old beliefs that sabotage your growth. And this is a crucial point of the 21-day technique. It not only teaches you to attract money, but also destroys all the negative programming that prevents you from growing. Now, I want you to do a test. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as a millionaire. How do you feel? Does your mind accept this idea easily, or does it try to sabotage this image with thoughts like, "That's impossible, this isn't for me," or "I'm just not lucky"? If your mind still resists, it means you need to practice this technique more intensely because your limiting beliefs are still blocking your wealth. And how do you get rid of that? Here is the secret. Repetition and emotion are the key. If you wish to accelerate the effects of this technique and see even faster results, follow these 3 additional strategies. First, write your new reality every day. Grab a notebook and each morning write phrases like, "Today, incredible opportunities come my way. Money comes to me in unexpected forms, and I am becoming richer and more prosperous every day." This reinforces your new identity and trains your mind to accept this change as natural. Second, use a wealth trigger whenever you feel doubts creeping in. Every time you notice that your mind wants to revert to old patterns of scarcity, have a ready phrase to say out loud such as, "I am prosperous and abundance follows me," or "I am on the right path and money is flowing to me." This trigger helps interrupt negative thoughts before they become dominant. Third, act as if your prosperity were already real. If you were already rich, how would you make decisions? How would you react to challenges? How would you treat money? Every time you do something, ask yourself, am I acting like a prosperous person or like someone who fears money? When you behave as if wealth is already yours, the universe responds and begins to bring circumstances that validate this new reality. At this point, you already know that the 21-day technique works, you understand why some people fail, and you are aware of strategies to speed up the process. But now comes the most important question. Are you truly committed to changing your energy and transforming your financial life? If the answer is yes, then I want you to write in the comments, "I am ready to change my energy and attract wealth naturally." This simple act is a first step toward your transformation. And remember, your financial reality doesn't change by luck, but by a decision. If you decide today that you are ready to live in abundance, the universe will respond to that call. You have now understood that wealth is not only in the money you receive, but in the energy you emit every day. But now comes a crucial question. What truly changes when you practice this technique for 21 days? If you follow this process correctly, you will notice that not only does money begin to flow to you, but so do opportunities, the right connections, mental clarity, and even your self-esteem. This happens because by changing your vibration, you become someone who attracts what they desire, not someone who merely waits for things to happen. Every day that you practice this technique, you notice that something within you begins to change. What once seemed like a distant dream starts to become a possible reality because your mind no longer sees wealth as something unattainable, but as a natural state. You begin to notice that small things around you change. The money that once seemed to slip through your fingers now stays with you longer. Opportunities you had never noticed before begin to emerge. People who talk about growth and prosperity enter your life. And the most surprising part, your confidence increases because you now feel that you are in control of your own financial journey. Many people doubt that such a simple change can bring about such profound results. But the truth is that great transformations begin within you, in the way you think, feel, and act. If for years your mind has been trained to see difficulties, it is natural that, at first, it will question this new approach. But what differentiates those who truly transform their financial reality from those who remain trapped in the same cycle of scarcity is persistence. Those who continue practicing, even when they don't see immediate results, are the ones who awaken to a new reality, because they understand that prosperity does not come solely from external actions, but from the internal change that precedes any material result. Money, like everything else in life, responds to the way you relate to it. If you treat it as something hard to come by, it will continue to be scarce. If you believe you must constantly struggle to earn it, it will always seem insufficient. But if you see it as a natural energy that can flow to you easily, everything changes. Successful people don't just work for money, they create an internal and external environment that favors the flow of wealth. They know that every word, every thought, and every emotion directly influences their results. That is why over these 21 days, you need to observe yourself. Every time a negative thought arises, every time your old mindset tries to pull you back into the cycle of scarcity, remember your commitment to transformation. If you notice that you are about to say something is impossible, pause and reframe your words. If you feel that doubt is trying to take over, reaffirm that wealth is already on its way. If you notice that fear still tries to paralyze you, take a deep breath and trust that you are in the process of change. The biggest trap for those trying to change their lives is giving up before the transformation is complete. How many people start something but don't see it through? They give up because they don't see results, not realizing that often success was just a few steps away. When you practice this 21-day technique, the real test is not just in the repetition of affirmations, but in your ability to stay committed even when external signs have not yet appeared. Great entrepreneurs, investors, and visionaries know that patience and persistence are the keys to any significant change. They don't question whether success will arrive because they have already decided that it is inevitable. They do not get stuck in fear because they have learned to trust the process. When you adopt that same mindset, you become someone who doesn't just desire prosperity, but attracts it naturally because you are now aligned with the energy of wealth. And that is exactly what you are building now. Every day that passes, with every repeated affirmation and every positive emotion generated, you are shaping a new reality. You are proving to yourself that you can break free from the cycle of scarcity and enter the flow of abundance. You are demonstrating to the universe that you are ready to receive. What once seemed impossible now begins to feel like a certainty within you. You are no longer the person who merely dreams of a better future. You are someone who is already creating that future because you made the decision to change. Now I ask you, are you ready to continue on this path? Are you ready to honor this commitment to yourself? If so, then keep going. Do not stop. Do not revert to the old mindset. Tell yourself every day that you are on the right path, that prosperity is already yours, that money flows to you naturally. And more than just speaking, feel that change inside you. Live this transformation. Act like someone who has already succeeded. Remember, those who persist are the ones who reap the rewards. The universe always responds to your vibration, and now your vibration is shifting to something much greater. Your journey began the moment you decided to change, and with each day that you remain steadfast on this path, something inside you grows stronger. You are no longer the same person who started this practice. Your energy is changing, your mind is expanding, and your reality is beginning to transform before your eyes. Everything that once seemed impossible now starts to feel within reach. Everything that once appeared to be an obstacle now reveals itself as an opportunity. You realize that life doesn't have to be a constant struggle because prosperity doesn't come from exhaustive effort, but from aligning with the right energy. Now I want you to do something very important. To consolidate this process and further reinforce this new frequency you are activating, leave a comment below saying, "I am ready to receive all the wealth that the universe has in store for me." Write this with conviction, with feeling, with the certainty that you are already vibrating at this frequency. This simple act of writing and affirming this truth is a decisive step toward abundance. If this content resonated with you, if in some way this message awakened something inside you, then don't forget to subscribe to the Secret of Success channel, activate notifications, and share this video with someone who also needs to hear this. The more people connect with this new mindset, the more prosperity will be generated in the world. Now tell me, what is the greatest lesson you took from this video? What will you start applying in your life from today? I really want to know your answer, because this is your commitment to this new journey. Before you go, remember that there are 2 amazing videos appearing on your screen right now. Choose one of them to continue this transformation and take one more step toward the abundant life you deserve. See you in the next video. May the universe fulfill all your desires.